As an actress, do you ever go on these sets and feel like ridiculous? And you go, I wonder if this is going to play. And then you start getting self-conscious, or are you just that confident?
I was worried about the act because I thought if I do a bad job, I knew that this show could ruin my career because of how crazy the material was.
Does Patricia Arquette ever say to you, hey, Joey, pull you aside and say, you're pulling this off, or hey, you're not pulling this off? Because I mean,
I'm glad you asked that. Her and I had this, I would say, honor system. But about 4 days into shooting the first episode, like she had just done a couple of takes of a close-up of her, and she turned around and looked at me and she was like, hey, was that okay? And I was like, what? Like, obviously it was okay. You're Patricia Arquette. And she was like, no. Like, I'm serious. Was that okay? I was like, yeah, it was really great. Like, you seemed really upset, frantic, and as you should be in the scene. And she was like, okay, from this point on, she goes, I trust you. I trust your skill level and I trust your instinct. And I was like, oh shit, that's a huge compliment. And she was like, from this point on, I think you and I need to be honest with each other if we don't think something's good. And if we think that the other person should ask for another take or anything of that nature.
So did you ever tell her?
We did. And it felt very strange sometimes to like tell Patricia Arquette, like, hey, maybe ask for one more. But she became so much more than Patricia Arquette to me. And her and I have an amazing relationship now, even the show's over. We were able to do that for each other and be able to play these traumatizing roles together. It was so fun.
I mean, it really was an amazing performance. And the other thing I read about that too was you had to do nude scenes in there, and that Patricia Arquette, because she's been through everything in Hollywood, she basically said to everyone on the set, A, you're going to clear the set. B, cover the cameras when we're not shooting.
She took charge. It was amazing. She was amazing because I'd never had that experience before. And she was like, all right, this is how we're going to do this. And I felt so loved and protected by her. She's the best.